The chickens will be very happy today because I am all out of chicken feed, so I am feeding them scraps this morning until later we can go by the store and grab some, which I have been giving the scraps to the pigs because I like bacon more than eggs. So they've just been getting their regular feed. You guys haven't gotten any treats in a while. Also, it's only the good chickies that stay in the fence that get this treat because we need to relocate the electric netting ASAP. Actually, we just need to move the chickens to a fresh place and a mowed place because the grass has grown up around the chicken fence and the electric doesn't work, so they just get out whenever they want. Next on our list of things to do this morning, Evie, that's my very shy 9-year-old that I'm forcing her to follow me around today. We're gonna go around to all the mulberry bushes or trees on the property and pick some mulberries. I'm hoping to make some jam and just like pie filler. Here, go under. We just moved to our property in August, so I didn't know just how much was here. And actually, I shared it on Instagram the other day. But the story of I bought 15 like bare root elderberry bushes, and I planted them and forgot to tell my husband where they were, and he bush hogged them all. So I was sad that I wasn't gonna have elderberry. And then right here by the garage is a big healthy elderberry bush. And actually, the more that I've looked around on this property, so we have about 20 acres in the front and 20 acres of woods. And we have 2 big hay fields that are separated by this line of trees. It's just a thin line with like a drainage ditch in the middle. And there's at least a couple that I've seen. My husband says there's 4 or 5, but I haven't looked that hard, of elderberry, so I'm gonna remember where they are so that I can go harvest them later. And then this winter I will be taking like dormant cuttings of these so that I can put them where I want them, but also have the wild ones. But in case something happened to them, I would like a line back by my garden. But I was gonna show you, so me and the kids are going to pick as many mulberries as we can today to make some things, which there's just a couple like junk trees that are growing beside the garage. But, and there's a small one right here, and I was telling Evie, who really likes cats, I was showing her this catnip growing wild, and I was telling her how to identify it. It has a square stem, furry leaves. I showed her what it smells like. And then I showed the cat, and he is thoroughly enjoying this catnip. It can be, we'll see how crazy it makes him, but it can be Evie's little job to come out and harvest and dehydrate so that we can have little cat treats in the winter. Here's a mulberry boy. This week's weather is going to be very hot. Like, heat index is over 100 and it's the middle of June, which is not common. Usually it gets really hot here in July and August. But I'm filling up, I just scrubbed the chicken water so it's nice and clean. I'm getting them some cold, fresh water.
Yeah.
Where's the other one?
And the chicken in that?
That's Lily. I'm using the wheelbarrow filled with water to make sure, it's very important to make sure that our pigs have a wallow all the time, first of all, but second of all, especially during this heat wave, because pigs actually don't sweat. They use the mud and the water to coat their skin to prevent their sunburn. and cool off. Like a piggy's paw. So you see behind me this giant hole with mud water in it. We started digging it a couple days ago, and then we got like 2 inches of rain, and that's how there's probably only a foot of water in there today. Yesterday there was probably 2 feet in some places, but it looks like it's gone down. This is the home of our future swimming hole. So I've got a plan. We're gonna do a waterfall. There's gonna be a filter system to keep the water kind of clear. I'm not using any chemicals in it other than like beneficial bacteria and other things that are natural to help keep the water clear. It's right beside the garden. So my thought was we can all enjoy the water when it gets hot. Or I can, in a pinch, I could water my garden out of the water from the pond, and it's an all-natural swimming environment. So I'm hoping that this is going to be a really fun swimming alternative to a swimming pool is this pond. Nope, that's elderberry. Yes, we're eating these off the trees. Yes, I know there's probably bugs in them. Don't tell my kids and they'll never know. It's just a little extra protein. I am gonna soak the ones that we get in the bucket to get all the bugs out before we make jam. At our old house in town, the neighborhood was surrounded with woods, and we had a big woods behind our house. And one of the only things that I was sad to leave was the wild blackberries that grew in the woods beside our house. And look. And it's just, they're covered in here. So one of the very first things that I learned to do while I was waiting for my time to shine, you know, to be in the country and grow lots of things, because we did have a pretty big yard for living in town, but a lot of it was shaded. And so one of the first things that I learned to do probably 4 or 5 years ago was make wild blackberry jam and jelly. Well, I don't think I made jelly. Or syrups. I made this really good syrup and we put it in lemonade, and it was... So that is in my future, and that makes me happy. Because I didn't plant any berry bushes this year, and I should have. And I'm going to maybe this fall. Or next spring. I'm definitely going to get those in. But seeing those wild berries really makes me happy. Yep, let's get to picking so we can make some blackberry jam. Or mulberry jam.
No.
What do you mean?
I don't want
There's plenty for both. These kind of berries don't, they have have really thin skin, so they really turn to mush. Like you can't save them very long. You gotta eat them like right when you pick them.
I can eat them. Okay, eat them.